Greetings and salutations, wonderful people. My name is Scribe, and welcome to part 15, I think it's part 15, of the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena. In the last episode, we cleared the Fortress of Ice, and we got ourselves a lovely little amount of loot, and that loot is going to get us a lot of money. Now, full disclaimer, I already went and I sold everything like normal to spare you guys the 20-ish minutes I spent doing stuff. So, as far as I'm aware, only one commenter guessed how much money I was going to get. And yes, all right, here we are. Sorry for the delay, guys. All right. Okay, so Mordax227 guessed 10,000 gold, which I think is a very lovely guess. I had been getting that amount of gold pretty consistently across the Let's Play. I got way more than that because I genuinely expected to get about 10k, just like our lovely viewer guessed. However, let me hit F1 to open the inventory. This is how much I got. Now, admittedly, I had about 52,000. However, I spent some of it on identification of magic items, and then I spent a lot of it, got to like 39,000, went back to the blacksmith, and I sold all of it. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and show you the magic items I decided to keep. So here we have the Mark of Wizard's Fire, the Crystal of Healing, the Bracers of Cure Poison, the Ring of Ice Storm, and the Ring of Lightning. So, the Bracers of Cure Poison are obviously Cure Poison. Now, all of these are spells, at least as far as I am aware of. So, the Mark of Wizard's Fire does Wizard's Fire, which does 1 to 15 points of damage, plus 1 to 5 points per level. Now, because we are level 14, I'm just going to do some quick math for you. So that's 14 to 70 extra damage on top of that. So it's not great compared to my other spells, but it has about 14 charges, which means I can use them on lesser enemies. Now, healing, which I'm assuming this is, heals for 1 to 15 points, plus another 1 to 5 points per level, so basically the same as Wizard's Fire. So that's not too bad. Cure Poison obviously cures poison. It has a 2% chance per level, so about 28 right now. So you have an 88% chance of curing poison. Now, Lightning is a one target at range, and it does 1 to 30 points of damage, plus 1 to 5 per level, and damages fatigue 1 to 25 plus 1 per level. Now, Ice Storm, which is the other one I decided to keep, does 1 to 30 points of damage plus 1 to 5 per level. So at maximum, we're looking at about a pretty good little bit of extra stuff. Now again, this is not here because I think these are good little special moves, so much as I think they are good little things to use so that I don't expend my more valuable resources like my spells. But we do have 48,000 gold, so what we're going to do with them is we're going to check this guy's magic item supply, see if there's anything we want, and more importantly, we are going to get to work making some new spells and making more potions, like getting more stuff. So first we're going to look at magic items he has. Let's see, nothing here I'm particularly interested in, and most of this that would have be value to me, like the Cure Poison or the Healing or the Ice Storm, I already have, so we don't need that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some new spells. Now I do this because we're getting to that point where I think as we enter Labyrinthian, we're going to be getting at least 2 levels. I think. I might be wrong. I'm going to try and map out the entire dungeon, and I'm probably going to try relying on resting more because I want to have more opportunities to gain experience, because like I said, the last character I made, I got them to about level 20, and that was when I ended the game. So we're gonna build a character for this specific reason. So obviously we want a 100% chance of curing disease. Right now, if we level up to 15, we're gonna have a 75% chance. Now that's not a lot, but this is way cheaper. So this is the early little optimizations I'm going to be doing for the purposes of my sanity. So we're just gonna do Arcane's Mercy is going to be this one. So we just want 5%. It's going to get less expensive as we level, and then when we hit level 20, it's going to be completely at the most inexpensive I can really see it going, and it's also going to have a 100% chance. So we're going to buy this, Arcane's Mercy. We're going to do a Cure Poison spell as well. We're going to do 5%. And we're going to do... yeah, we'll do... His Vitality. That's going to be that little bonus. There we go. And Cure... I don't need Cure Paralysis because I already have it, but Cure Curse, on the other hand, we're going to do at a good old 5%. So again, 14, quite a bit, but it's fine. So then we're just going to go... What would be a good name for a curse spell, I think? Obviously, Curing a Curse would probably be on to the Divines. Yeah, we'll just... Arcane's Aid. So Mercy is Disease, Vitality is Poison, and Aid is Curse. By that spell. Alright, so we're going to keep the other cure spells we have on hand, but we're using that as like a little bit of optimization. Alright, so the next optimization we can do is going to be our healing, which I don't think we need to do right now. Let's see. Open. Chance for an open. 5% per 1 level. That's 18. I mean, logically, if I get to like level 50, I could do 2% per level, but like at that point, at level 50, I think I would have like everything maxed out. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to do that, and by spell, I don't need a lock spell because I don't think I do. Wait, continuous damage. I haven't actually experimented with this before. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm looking at it. I never actually experimented with this before. Hang on. We could have fun here. I get to make new tools. See, usually whenever I had money when I played my sorcerer, I would just like buy all of the potions. But like now I actually get to like... I get to experiment, and this has never happened to me before. I usually stuck to a very specific routine. But I think when you've done this once as a very similar setup before, you kind of look for the variation. You know, that's kind of the reason why people get bored with Skyrim, is because like they have a build that they have fun with, but they end up not changing the build because, you know, they do like stealth archer or something. 5 per level would eventually put us at 100, and then it strikes like 5 times. Yeah, you know what, that's fine. 1 target, touch. Can I make it at range? What if I do if I take it at range? Casting code. Ooh, I see you. Oh my goodness. Drains 5 points of health per level for 5 rounds. So every 5 seconds, this does like 70 damage, I think. Yeah, it does 70 damage. So 70 damage 5 times, which is 350 damage, I believe. I didn't use a calculator, so I might be wrong. I like this. We're doing this. I want to set people on fire. I like this idea. We're buying this. Now, unfortunately, you may be thinking, well, naturally, why wouldn't you want to have more shielding? I can't do that. Don't want to do that. I really do, though. Yeah, sure, that'll work. We'll do 1 wall permanently negated. You gotta amuse yourself somehow. Oh, disease and poison. Wait, really? I can do that? Pause, disease. 1% chance to inflict disease. Deterioration is 1 point of strength, agility, speed, and endurance every round, plus 1% every level. Duration is 6 rounds per level. I can do that? Okay. This feels like a war crime? But okay. This is a war crime. Okay. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna do it because I'm evil. I think I'm pretty sure I'm evil. 3% duration, 10 rounds per level. What does this do? I'm evil. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. 10 damage per round. It's every 5 seconds. That's 500 seconds. So after 500 seconds, they will have taken 100 damage. I don't think this one is good. Gonna be honest with you. Wait, I'm an idiot. Hang on. That's not 10 damage. Or that's not 100 damage. That's 10 rounds per level. So that's 140 rounds. Which, if that's 10 damage, 10 times 140 would be 1,040. Oh my dear goodness. Okay. That's... Half that? That's like... It's not 1,400, that's like... 700? That's way less expensive. Okay, this is interesting experimentation. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna make it... I can make it ranged? How much is it at range? Okay. We're gonna make that touch, and we're gonna name it. I feel a little evil for making this, but I'm making it anyway. I can make it save versus poison. I feel like that's balanced. Because you are saving versus poison. I think that makes sense. I can change the damage type though, it looks like. So like I could make it a poison, but it could be like a fire poison. Or like a magic poison. That's kind of neat. I think we'll go magic. Alright, now we need to name it. We're gonna name this Arcay's Wrath. Okay. That's fun. Cause paralysis. Chance 5% per level. We want 5 rounds per level. 57 with 5 rounds. So that would be 70 rounds. Which would be like 350 seconds, I think. I might be wrong, but I think it's 350 seconds. Or no, it would be yeah, no, it would be 350 seconds, I'm pretty sure. That they would be paralyzed. This is evil. Yeah, we're getting this too. And then obviously, cause curse. 5%. What does this do? Deterioration is 1 point of willpower, intelligence, personality, and luck every round, plus 5% every 1 level. So in principle, this is 71%. Duration is 1 round per level. So 70 seconds. Can I increase the duration? Oh my goodness, I can. 5 rounds per level. This is evil. is what this is. That's 70 rounds. So 350 seconds. This is evil, but we'll do it. Why not name at least one of our spells after ourselves, you know, as a treat? Oh my goodness. Alright, what else can I do? What else horrific things can I cause? Create shield, create wall, create floor? I could make a floor? Making this? I'm sorry, I've never may cast offensive spells. So if I do this, the cheapest I can get this would be two magicka. Oh! 5% cast spells, buff up the duration. Oh my dear goodness. I can basically get people to ignore me. That's powerful. I'm gonna wait on that. I wish I had paid attention to that when... I wish I had paid attention to that. When I was doing the vampire thing. Although that wouldn't have helped. Okay, how expensive would this need to be for me to just be a complete and utter menace? How much? This would be awful. So, 10,000 gold to basically make it so that in 6 levels, I am immune to all spells. For 99 rounds per level, which, in case you are curious, that is 99 times 14, which is 1,386 rounds. Times 5, that's 6,930 seconds. If we divide that by 60 to get the hours, that is 115.5 hours that this would last. There's a reason they tried to nerf magic. A very, very good reason. I'm not doing this. I'm not. Just out of principle. Maybe later, if I get like so much money, I can justify this, but like, just no. Just no. How much would this be? Silencing targets for 5 rounds per 1 level 5%. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We're gonna keep our money. Back to potions. Alright, you know what time it is? It is time to bully this poor man into giving me things for a price he really should not be giving them to me for. Now, I could have just spent all of this on Restore Power Potions, and that would have been fine. But I wanted to explore... Well, originally it was just to get... There we go. It was just to get, like, those more efficient spells, but honestly... That was a fun little journey I went on. I've never really, like, messed around with, the Spellmaker before. Like, I read some of the effects, like, a long time ago, but I wasn't really interested in, like, really messing around, you know? Like, I just needed whatever I needed to beat the game. Well, that was fast. But that was an interesting journey. Obviously, we have a lot of money, so I can get quite a lot of these potions. I'm still gonna try resting, just because the main reason I didn't want to do it, really, the main reason I didn't want to do it was just I didn't want to, just like waste time trying to rest when enemies came in, but now I am fully on board. Okay, why now all of a sudden you don't want to give me at this really prestigious price? I mean, this is a lot of money I'm giving you here. Thank you. See, just a little bullying to get your way. Don't take this lesson if there's any children watching. Don't bully people and hound them until they give you what you want. Do not be like Caetheryn. Caetheryn is a very bad role model. He's really starting to detest me. He has more of a backbone than I'm used to. I'm used to people being more persuaded, but he is unmoved. Alright, last one. This is the last time we'll do this. This is a lot of what selling stuff is like. I'm sure if you guys slowed the video down when Dark initially did that montage, you know exactly what selling is like, and so you can see why I started just cutting after a while, because nobody wants to see that, least of all me. But it must be done, for I need money. Alright. We now have only 2,000 gold to our name, so we are practically destitute. However, we have some new spells on hand that are very lovely. We have some equipment, and we have 1,012 Restore Power Potions, which is not enough. But this is fine. Alright, now we are going to go ahead and save the game. We're just going to go post-selling. I should probably just go post-shopping. There we go. Alright, now we are going to hit Shift-M. We are going to go to Skyrim, and we are going to start at the Labyrinthian, which you'll notice is kind of similar to where the position is in Skyrim. I think it's moved a little bit. I think it's like more in this area, actually. But this is fine. Into Labyrinthian. The Labyrinthian. Stubborn grass and roots stand in the stiff Arctic climb, refusing to yield. Ahead of you stands the entrance to the Labyrinthian, testing ground of the Archmagus Shalador. Within its twisted paths lies the second piece of the Staff of Chaos. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Labyrinthian. And this is where the fun starts. I don't actually know how long I've been recording. The answer is probably a lot. Alright, you must solve a riddle. Proceed along the center path first, is what it says. For the clues to solving the secrets of the Labyrinthian. Oh wait, there, so we have to go down the middle. This is the tale of two brothers who sought the secrets of life. They ventured... Oh, come on. Who ventured into this Labyrinthian, weary from war and strife. First was Canaan the Elder, a strong and cunning man. He quested for riches and jewels, yet found fate had other plans. The second was Magris the Dim, and few knew what he was worth. They saw only the lumbering giant, not the child who was blessed at birth. The few they told of their plans begged them to desist at their feet, but the brothers would test this puzzle of the north, for till then they had known no defeat. This is the tale of two brothers who failed the secret of life, forever held by two riddles which lead to the prize, and a wit as cunning and sharp as a knife. Alright. Mogris the Dim, though he's a bore, holds the only key that unlocks this door. To find the riddle, you must first find the sun. Start your faithful search behind door number 1. So, basically, this little riddle, this is basically just like the area. It's an entire mind game, and that's why I love it. I really like puzzles. I'm not always good at puzzles, but I love them. They're so much fun. I love, this isn't gonna make sense. I like the brain tingle. Like when my brain feels better for having figured something out. I really enjoy it. But yeah, we're just mapping this area out because because of course. Alright, now this is the hidden little chamber. That's like around here. You can see the wall that is dividing the section inside. Now, the interesting thing about this is that for Jaegerthorn to have placed this within Labyrinthian, he would have had to solve this. So in a way, not only are we having to complete these arduous trials, we are also having to basically overcome the same things Jaegerthorn did. We have to prove ourselves to be just as cunning, just as strong, etc. I believe this is door number 1. Scratched in the ground is the word door number 2. Yeah, this is door number 1 we need to go through. Ow! Oh, I have so many spells now. Actually, hang on, you know what? Oh! I'm silly. Can I equip all of these? Oh, I can only equip one at a time. Okay. That's fine. Yep, we're just gonna... Is this gonna kill it? No. Okay, you're mildly annoying. Thank you. Alright. Door number 1. Now comes the, like, trials. The funny thing is, you can actually come here in Skyrim. For those of you who have not played that game, you can indeed come in here and you may be wondering, is it the same? No, not really. I think the intention is that this is just in the labyrinth room, which, I mean, on the one hand, I get it. I get why you would have to downsize the labyrinth. It's a lot smaller in that game than it is in this little experience, which I understand. I also disagree, because what made this so cool is that this was just a dedicated labyrinth. This was this neat, cool, like, thing that Shalador made that you, like, had to solve the secret of life or whatever in order to get to the end. And I just think that it's a bit of a shame that it was so, I guess, underwhelming. The reward that you get for it is cool, though. I mean, that's pretty neat. The little thing they give you for if you complete the labyrinth. I'm curious why it isn't here, because of the fact that you never really get that item, but oh well. So like I said, we are just going to map this area out, and I probably should put... okay. If someone is somehow still watching and I haven't had to give them a trigger warning for spiders yet, I doubt they're still watching. Oh, my mark is broken. Oh, that's not good. Ring of Lightning. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Wait, why do I have full spell points? How do I have full spell points? I used Burn Touch. How do I... I'm very confused. But that's okay. Who isn't a little confused from time to time? Let's just keep mapping out. Running into not a whole lot of high-level enemies. I was kind of hoping for something a bit more impressive. This is overkill. And you know it's overkill. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I forget, how much is Burn Touch again? 11. Okay. That's fair. Hang on 1 second. Don't mind me. I'm just checking something. Ah, I see. That's a lot of experience points until my next level. I need, how many is that? I need like 300,000. Oh dear. That's unfortunate. Can I jump? Ooh, I can. Nice. This is lovely. Is that a different section? Oh, it is. Can I can't jump. Help me. Right, you know what? It's fine. We'll just, it's okay. We have spells for this situation. Float. Yep, there we go. This is a little cramped, but it's okay. Oh! Hello, sir. Oh, you're still alive. Okay. How can I convince you to not, sir? Is there a way I can convince you to not? Is that a good way? That looks like a good way to me. There we go. Alright. Okay, cast. We want to redo the Shield of No Thank You, and I don't have enough spell points. Oh dear. This is a bit of a problem. Ooh, treasure. I do like treasure. I will say that much. Is another area over here? There is. Oh. Okay, well, we're gonna go this way. Because I like loot. Oh. There we go. See? Problem solved. Ow. Rude. Very rude, sir. Have you no shame? There we go. I just killed your friend. Do you really want to do this right now? I thought not. Give me your treasure. Thank you. Okay. Well, now what? There appears to be another secret passage that will take me through there. Or I can just go down this hole. Oh wait, no, I don't actually want to go down that hole. Really? There we go. Okay. So now we want to go here, right? Okay, this looks like that section's mapped out. Okay, what if I fall down here? I don't think I fully explored this path, to be honest. I don't think I did. Alright. Like I said, this is the section of the game that I like the most. I like Labyrinthian. It is my favorite out of just pretty much the entire game. I really like everything here. Oh, hello. Ow. You not, sir. Please die. Okay, you are suspiciously not dead. Neither are you. There we go. More treasure! Oh, wait, actually. One of those I don't need. Drop. There we go. Must be picky. If we are not picky, then we do not get the best stuff. Okay. Okay. Can I Can I shift jump over here? Ooh, I can. That was cool. And yeah, there we go. So I am recording a couple episodes today. My friends are off watching a musical because my other friend has never seen the production of Star Kids is Twisted. Just basically just a kind of wickedification of Jafar, which I've seen it and I really like it. I recommend you go and check it out. But yeah, so they're off watching that, and I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity to record. So off I went. So I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to edit it as well, but I will. The editing shouldn't be that bad as long as I don't like over edit and try to add in a bunch of stuff. It should be fine. But yeah, so I've been doing some stuff. Namely, I have been watching a couple guides on how to play Emma Frost, which if you guys are like feeling like maybe it's wrong to look up like guides on how to do something, don't. The vast collection of human knowledge is there for a reason, and I highly encourage you to always be willing to learn. And because like for the longest time, people didn't have that opportunity to learn, you know? They had to do basically everything by themselves, and you know, oral tradition and the invention of writing and things like that, these wondrous inventions have allowed us to pass on our wisdom and our learning and information. It's just a really good thing. It's a really, really good thing. So yeah, if you guys have something you want to learn, do it. You know? There's no shame in it. That's how I actually learned to get better at video games. I would like learn and like research. Worked out really well. Ow. Is there any opening I can? Thank you. So yeah, it's a really good thing. Okay, I can't hit it from here. Can I hit it from here? Okay, that's quite what I wanted. There we go. So yeah, it's a really good thing to learn. Is this everything down here? Looks like it down there. All right, cool. We're good to go back down. But yeah, just this is just a good time for me to just really experiment and learn and do all sorts of neat stuff. Please let there not be a spider right here. Thank you. Where are they? There they are. You can hit me if you want, but you will die soon. So, there you go. Give me that, and that's all I care about. Excellent. So we cleared that spot out. There's a spot behind here, too. that I want to clear out. Like I said, you could just go straight through and just try to get the Staff of Chaos piece, but I feel like for marshals especially, looting these areas is like the best decision you could make, because, I mean, you need potions for restore power, you know? Guys are throwing a lot of snow wolves at me, and I don't appreciate it. There we go. More stuff. Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? Let's try and map out the center before we do that. This should lead me there. Yep. Am I able to rest? I am. Okay. Let's do a quick little rest attempt. So we'll just do Labyrinthian rest attempt. And we'll just try to get our reserves back. There we go. See, that worked well. Alright, now we can just continue exploring. There appears to be a passage down there. Okay. Let's head east for now. Because I want to get at this part and then kind of work my way around. So, yeah, tomorrow, which for me is Thursday, I have my mom and I are going to a Michael's because I am going to take up knitting. I used to crochet as a kid. I wasn't very good at it, but I made like a yarn or like a crocheted coaster, and it wasn't great. I also did quilting. I quilted my mother a Mother's Day gift, which was it was a quilt. It was a quilted blanket, and she loved it, and that was the last bit of kind of arts and crafts I like really bothered to like try and learn, because I never really asked to continue doing it, even though I remember liking it and having a lot of fun with it, you know? But you know, things don't always happen, and it's not a bad thing. But I definitely want to take up knitting now because it's hard to find. I mean, it's not impossible to find clothes in my size, but I want to learn how to make my own stuff, and also just it feels nicer, you know? Like I could go out and I could just buy whatever it is I want, but I could also just try and just make it with my own two hands, you know? Really go back to that time where an artisan was very very respected when they put a lot of time and effort into making something beautiful that would stand the test of time. I feel like there's a lot of planned obsolescence in some things, and it makes me sad because I didn't always care about it. Like, I mean, I'm not like somebody who's like, oh, I was born and I knew from that day on the greatest philosophy. But really, it was me actually being online that really showed me that, because you had stories of you know, women who would like get married, and they would have like the same wedding dress from like the 20s that they would just get resized or like changed. And it was like, I saw that and I was completely gobsmacked because I had never seen something like that before. You know, for me, it was, you know, you get a pair of socks and then they break, and then you just get a new pair, and you don't really care about it because, you know, it's like $5 to get a package of socks, or, you know, a shirt or a dress or something like that. And I felt sad about that. Oh my goodness gracious. Can I get the children to thank you up? Okay, that was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like that's kind of how it really, you know, felt for me. And just I think another part of it also is I have an anxiety disorder, which I'm sure you couldn't possibly tell with how many times I have yelped or been very jumpy and things like that. But I have an anxiety disorder, and I think the thought of being able to do like that kind of like repetitive task, and kind of like being able to almost fidget with my hands almost doing the knitting, I think that would kind of help me too. So there's many reasons why I'm going to knit. I'm going to start with a scarf because I went on a subreddit for knitting, and they had like about me, or like about the page, or frequently asked questions. And one of the things was like, how do I get started? And so they basically explained what they suggested, which was, I believe they suggested a cheap yarn, and then I believe it was like, I'm in America, so they said like US 10 or like 6mm knitting needles, and then to just like make a scarf. And so I am going to follow that advice, and I'm going to make a scarf. And if it's a good scarf, I'll send it to one of my friends, presumably whichever one is in the coldest environment. And if it's terrible, I will just keep it for myself. Because that's how I will handle that. I didn't mean to hit the volume button. Sorry. But yeah, if it's an awful sweater, if it's an awful, why am I doing this? Then I'll just give it to one of my friends. Or if it's awful, I'll keep it for myself. But if it's actually good, I'll just give it to one of my friends. That's another reason why I wanted to take up knitting, is being able to knit items for my friends, so that I didn't have to spend potentially hundreds of dollars on gifts. My friends don't ask for hundreds of dollars of gifts, but I have a thing where I want my friends to feel valued, and I feel like the most efficient way to not make myself feel like I have to spend all this stuff is to just put a lot of time and effort into the thing, and I think I would feel a little bit better about it. So yeah, little peek behind my mind. I am a weird person. A very weird person. Normal people don't usually just decide that they're going to make a Let's Play of a almost 3-decade-old game, and not be a little weird. Either that or just old. Because, you know, maybe they grew up with the game, and I didn't. I am not that old, but it's fine. I like old games. There's a charm to them. There's a really strong charm to old games. Alright. Round and round and round we go. Where we stop, no one knows. Can you die, please? Thank you. Oh no. Jump. Okay. We learned in a earlier episode that by jumping I can dislodge myself from stuck terrain. Is this magic? No. Therefore it is worthless. Alright, cool. Not a lot of XP here. I was kind of hoping for more, honestly. I was hoping to have leveled up by now, but alas, no. I missed a thing? I missed a pathway? Did I? Boop. I did. How did I miss a pathway? It's not there, is it? It should be right here. Wait. Is there a... Yes, there is. Okay. I understand now. This is a little confusing. This is something that they would try to fix in Daggerfall, which is the map. Unfortunately, the map can be very confusing because it is from a top-down perspective. And, whoops. It is from a top-down perspective, so you can't see these sorts of, like, nuances. There we are. Silver helm. That ought to be valuable, right? Okay. It looks like there's no other pathways to go, so we can backtrack. Okay. Cool. We will head... We'll just follow the way around, like with the pathway, and then just head back there, you know? Why not? So yeah. Graphics do not necessarily matter to me, unless I get something out of it. So, for example, if I would get something out of upgrading the graphics, like, for example, if they're, like Morrowind, for example. Morrowind's graphics, I actually like them. I think there's a lot of charm to them. But if I decided for whatever reason that I couldn't have Caetheryn look however I wanted, or I just got like really stubborn about it and I needed her to look as close to this game as possible, well then I would probably mod the game to give me some variety of that. So the games will be modded from Daggerfall onwards. I will be modding all of them, which will hopefully be fine. I've already decided I'm using the overhaul for Oblivion because I tried to go through each of the tutorials for the games, like each of the openings, except Skyrim, because I've done it so many times that I kind of just know how it'll look. But I had done preparation for the opening of Daggerfall to go through character creation, kind of figure out what it was I was going to do, and then go from there. And so I know that I had to download Matrix. Domain of Makers. This is who we need to go, right? I took pictures of this for a reason. Yes, Makeress. We need to go this way to get the key that we need. Alright. So, this is, like, so I went through there, and I had to, get, like, a couple things in order, and then I went through Morrowind, and then, quite frankly, that character creation section didn't really bother me, like, at all. Oblivion's, I swear, I really tried, to make something in the basic character creator, and I don't know if it was the God Rays, I don't know if it was just the character creator itself, but for the life of me, I couldn't. I really tried, and it just drew me crazy. So I will not be. What in God's name? Spear Shalador, Spear Shalador, Spear Shalador! What the heck? Okay, we're gonna try resting again. And okay. Okay. Fun. So okay, so I really tried to, like, make something usable, and I couldn't, and so I was like, alright, this isn't working. I don't like the Play-Doh faces. And so I went and I downloaded the character overhaul that made the faces look a bit more like Skyrim, but a bit better. And so that's what I'll be using for Oblivion, I think. Skyrim, I don't know, because, like, it's hard to say, because, like, when you mod Skyrim, there's so many competing mods that you can't just say, oh, I downloaded the body mod, oh, I downloaded the face mod. Like, there's really, it's like you have to be like, okay, which one? Like, is it this one's, or is it somebody else's? Which one are you using? So yeah, but it's fine. So many branching pathways. Okay, is there a way I can get started on maybe some structure here? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna map out the southeast corner first. That's what we're gonna do. We are going to map out the southeast corner. Okay. That wasn't even my fault. Okay, so we need like 200k more experience. That iron golem dropped a lot. I didn't realize they dropped so many. What target am I using? Burn Touch? I thought I was using Burn Touch. Might be wrong. Okay, this is not even where I said I was going. Okay, I need to pay more attention to the compass. Anyway, so I tried with that, and it didn't work. And I'll try with Skyrim. I don't quite know which one I want to use, because I don't think I'm going to get in trouble with Daggerfall in terms of some of the content there, because a lot of it is pixelated, and there is some content there, and I don't want to get banned before my YouTube even really starts. So it's like I have to be careful, but I also... Why am I not allowed to use the compass all the way here? Is this the end? I don't know, but I don't think Daggerfall will give me any troubles, because while there is some toplessness in it, it's also such a pixelated game that I don't think it's gonna be too much of a problem. The one that really worries me is any body mods I download for like the other games. Like if I'm trying to have a better face mod, and the face mod requires like a body mod or something, and that body mod is nude, if I go to use it, I am very worried that something will happen. That's one of the reasons why I'm also a little worried about Daggerfall. Is in Daggerfall I had a mod that I haven't actually experimented with it yet, so I don't know if maybe I'm just being a bit more paranoid. But I was scrolling through the mods, and they were thirsty mods. Like I will not lie to you. I saw one with Caius Caceres, which is very funny actually. I've seen ones with just male parts included, and I don't want any trouble. So that is a concern of mine. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube for those particular mods. I know that like it might be fine if I don't like monetize it, which I don't qualify for monetization anyway. Oh goodness. Cursed to its links from beginning to end. Find me the answer in a door will I call. Fail me but once in your heart will I rend. More beautiful than the face of your god, yet more wicked than a demon's forked tongue. Dead men eat it all the time. Live men who eat it die slow. What is the answer, mortal? I think the answer is nothing. I might be wrong. Nice. I still got it. I'm sorry, that one riddle from like the last couple episodes really did kind of mess me up, so I was like, I'm stupid. Alright, salamander skin to give me fire resistance, so I can go swimming in lava. We love swimming in lava. So yeah, I am little intrigued by how what mods I will ultimately end up going for, but that is my primary worry, is that I'll end up kind of messing up, you know, and getting myself in trouble. But it's mainly Oblivion and Skyrim that worry me. I don't know if Morrowind is gonna gonna be too bad. My intention for the modding is I'm gonna try and keep the games as vanilla as possible. So like I'm not gonna add Fair Magicka regen to either Daggerfall or Morrowind, and that is very much by design because I want as vanilla an experience as possible. Even with Skyrim, I don't intend to add attributes. I don't intend to add any skills. I don't intend to... What in God's name? Alright, sir. You know what? Immolation. He appears to not be dying. Now he is. Anyway. I'm not going to be messing around with, like, trying to make, like, Elden Ring, but in Skyrim, because, number one, I don't even think my computer could handle, like, loading that, and I have a really good computer. I am still terrified that if I add in, like, 2,000 mods, my game is going to melt my poor computer, and I kind of need my computer alive, so we're not going to be doing anything with that. I didn't actually set a timer. I don't know how long I've been recording. Hang on. Let me make a quick check. You guys might be getting an extra spicy addition. I think I have messed up. All right, you know what? We will cut this particular conversation short, and we will end right here. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any advice on the character model front, or anybody who knows exactly what will get me in trouble at YouTube, I would be greatly appreciated. I'll be doing research on my own as well. But I will see you in the next exciting episode. And yeah, see you then.